Hey everybody, welcome back. We have got a massive week of EuroLeague action to break down. 9 huge games for round 29. We're going to dig into all the key matchups, find those interesting angles, and get you ready. So let's just jump right into it.
But hey, before we get started, just a quick shout out to our sponsors, MyStake and Vadada. You can find some special bonus links for them right down in the description, so be sure to check those out.
And listen, if you get some value out of this breakdown, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Thanks a bunch.
Okay, enough of that. Let's get to the good stuff. We've got 9 games to get through. Let's do it.
First up, we're tackling the Thursday games. It is a packed schedule. 5 games on the board, and some of these have some serious playoff implications. And we are kicking things off with an absolute banger. Monaco taking on Olympiacos. These are 2 heavyweight teams for sure, but I think one of them has a hidden strength that might just decide this whole thing. So the key here, you guys, is Olympiacos' resilience. Even if their star player, Vezenkov, is out, they've shown they can get it done. They just proved their system works, right? They got that huge win against Panathinaikos without him. And then you look at Monaco, they've been really struggling with their half-court offense, and guess what? That is exactly what they're going to run into against Olympiacos' super disciplined defense. So yeah, that's why we see some real value in Olympiacos covering that spread. All right, next up, we've got a really interesting one. It's Dubai versus Baskonia. And get this, it's at a neutral site in Sarajevo. Yeah, even though it's a neutral court, the motivation factor here is, well, it's completely one-sided. For Dubai, this is an absolute must-win if they want to keep their play-in hopes alive. Baskonia, on the other hand, they've just been struggling, especially with their defensive consistency. So you put Dubai's really potent offense up against that, I fully expect them to take advantage and win this one by a pretty comfortable margin. Okay, moving on to a game that I think could turn into a real defensive battle. We're talking about Bayern taking on Anadolu Efes over in Munich. Now, what's really interesting about this one is the total points line is set at 167.5. And believe me, that number is exactly where we see a great opportunity. Look, Bayern's whole identity is built on low-scoring, tough, defensive basketball. They just held a powerhouse like Real Madrid to only 70 points. And Efes, well, they've been playing some slower-paced games themselves lately. So I fully expect Bayern's defense to just dictate the entire tempo here, and that should keep the final score well under that total.
All right, let's keep it moving. Next, we have an all-Spanish battle with the Giants from Real Madrid hosting Valencia.
So Real Madrid at home, they're just an absolute machine. They're dominant, and with playoff seeding on the line, this is a game they simply cannot afford to lose. Statistically, they're the best home team in the entire league, and that experience, that championship character, it's going to be the difference maker. We're expecting them to control this game right from the tip and cover that spread. Let's head over to Athens now, where the pressure is, well, it's cranked all the way up on Panathinaikos as they get ready to face Zalgiris. This game is all about one thing: urgency. Panathinaikos put together this expensive roster to win now, and that clock is ticking. The pressure is on. And honestly, they have the perfect chance here to make a real statement against a Zalgiris team that just consistently struggles on the road. So yeah, we're backing the home team here to get a big, decisive win. And wrapping up our Thursday slate, we've got an all-French showdown between Paris and Asvel. In this one, Paris is the clear favorite, no question about it. They're at home, they're riding a serious wave of momentum from some huge recent wins. And Asvel, well, let's be honest, their EuroLeague season is pretty much over. They don't have much to play for. So you've got to expect Paris's better form and their motivation to just carry them to a comfortable win here. Okay, that's Thursday done. Now let's shift gears and look at Friday's action. We've got 4 more awesome games to break down, and we're starting with a classic rivalry. First up on Friday, we have Crvena Zvezda hosting Fenerbahce. And listen, after that unexpected loss they just had, the stakes for the home team here they're through the roof. Yeah, after that slip-up against Bayern, the pressure is really on Zvezda. You just know the atmosphere in Belgrade is going to be absolutely electric. And we've seen this team rise to that kind of challenge time and time again. Plus, they're facing a Fenerbahce squad that's dealing with some key injuries and just hasn't been consistent. It really feels like a prime opportunity for Zvezda to grab a massive outright win. All right, next we're heading to Barcelona, where the home team is absolutely desperate to snap a losing streak. They're up against Hapo Tel Aviv. Wow, Barcelona has really put themselves in a tough spot. 3 straight losses. This is a must-win game for them, period. The good news for them, though, they're facing a Hapoel team that's looked pretty shaky for a couple of months now.
So even though this game is being played without fans in an empty arena, Barcelona's raw talent and sheer desperation should be more than enough to get the job done. And for our last game of round 29, we've got Milano hosting a Maccabi Tel Aviv team that is just red hot right now.
You know, if you just look at recent form, Maccabi is by far the stronger team here. They are definitely trending upwards. They've got these incredible road wins against top-tier teams like Monaco. Milano, on the other hand, has just been all over the place, totally inconsistent. I really expect Maccabi to keep this game super close and, hey, maybe even pull off the upset. Whew. Okay, that was a whirlwind tour of round 29, wasn't it? Let's take a breath and pull it all together. Let's get one final look at all of our picks for the week.
So here it is, folks, the complete rundown for round 29. All 9 of our picks right there in one place for you. Go ahead and grab a screenshot if you want. And hey, let's see how the week plays out.
But now I want to hear from you. Looking at all these games, what is your number one most confident pick of the week? Let me know. Drop it down in the comments below. I promise I read every single one.
And just one last time, a huge thank you to MyStake and Vadada for making all of this possible. Don't forget, those special bonus links are waiting for you in the description.
And that is a wrap on our analysis for round 29. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this breakdown, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. Good luck with all your picks, and I'll see you next time.